obviously have to wrap up warm, but we're always outside. This track is pretty open, so we're always open to the elements of the weather, but as long as we've got the right gear on, we're absolutely fine. The athletes are always getting drummed into them, wear warm clothing because you're going to need it, and genuinely they do. So yeah, we get by. We've got a good group of kids, and they come along regularly. Monday, Thursdays, it's always the same group that come along. So yeah, we're doing well there. And most of the athletes that we've had, since I started coaching, we've brought them through from a really young age, through all the age groups, and we've been really lucky, to be honest. We've been lucky with the group of athletes that we had. They were always kind of at the top of their age group, and we've managed to keep them progressing year on every year through there. So yeah, that's how we've kept them going. And we've learnt along the way, or I've learnt along the way with them, and we've adjusted as we've gone along. And they've matured into athletes where they can do their sessions themselves now as well. So really pleased with the way it's all gone, and we've got a new group of young kids coming through as well. A few good ones there. So hopefully we'll repeat what we've just gone through.
And what's it like for you as a coach? We often talk about athletes getting, say, their first GB vest. Yeah. We don't so often use the phrase about a coach getting their first GB vest. What's that like for you when you see someone that you've coached for a long time?
No, it was great. Last year Sarah managed to get her under 23, so we were just as chuffed as what she was, and we were very proud, and sort of really happy that we were able to bring her through and get her to a GB vest. So yeah, it was a big achievement for us as well.
And one thing I think that's quite clear about yourself and Kirk, you're obviously very strong club coaches, you're active on the club committee, really part of the grassroots of the sport, but you're also managing to coach at GB level. You've had Scottish team manager roles. How do you juggle all of that in terms of your priorities? Are there decisions that have to be made, sort of things that you choose to do and have to sometimes let others slide? Do you manage to keep all those balls in the air?
To be honest, the opportunities that have come along from Scottish Athletics to go in the teams, we've in the last couple of years managed to do most of them. Kirk's just been away with the district team. I didn't go to that because I'm about to go back down to Loughborough for the final women's coaching programme. So that's the only time that I've really had to sort of turn down anything like that. But it's been great experience to go in the teams.
One thing that we often see when we look at the spread of coaches is that there's a reasonable number of women coaching, perhaps at the entry levels of the sport, but as you move higher up into more levels of experience and higher levels of qualifications, perhaps the numbers of women there are not so great. What is it that you find so rewarding about coaching athletes who are moving up to a higher level, and what would you say to other women who are wondering whether to progress along that pathway themselves?
No, I think if you like the sport, or it's a sport that you've been involved in, you want to get involved in coaching, I would definitely say go for it. You can start at the entry level, work your way through, like what I did, and I've just tried to learn from other coaches, go on courses. There's always people at clubs looking for more coaches, especially women. At Lasswade we definitely encourage women to come in and coach, and would help them progress on their pathway as well. So yeah, definitely I would say go for it. If you want to coach, then it's something that you can do, not to be scared of it. And there's quite a few coaches in Scotland, women coaches, that are doing really well just now. Linda Nicholson's doing really great at her jumps and high jumping and whatnot. And obviously at the higher level, Carol Sharp, people like that. So yeah, I would definitely encourage it. And I just want to personally progress and get as far with the coaching as I can. And I'll ask anybody that can help me, for any guidance along the way.
You mentioned that you're currently on a UK coaching programme for women in coaching. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that was really good. So Scottish Athletics put me forward for that, and I was delighted to get selected. So it's a programme where there's about 20 other women coaches from different sports. So hearing their coaching experience has been quite good. So it's a good way to network. The course sort of makes you reflect on your coaching. We've been involved in development sessions where we go along and watch a development session happening in Loughborough. So that's been really good, and just to try and be a better coach-athlete relationship as well. So we're going to come back and see where we can improve on the athlete-coach relationship with your own athletes, and just generally get more confident in your coaching.